Hope you're enjoying your student placement so far, Lee. Today we're going to meet Joe, an old client, and his mother Mrs. Reynolds.
Well, this is a fine way for us to have to spend the day, isn't it? Now what do you think of yourself? Look, here comes Tina, maybe she can get you to make sense. Hi Tina.
Hello Mrs. Reynolds. Hi Joe.
Tina. I want you to talk to Joe, tell him about how those friends of his are causing him trouble. Can't you get him to change what he is doing?
Mrs. Reynolds. You've asked me about this before, remember? I understand your concerns, but my job is to help Joe work out what is best for himself, not to tell him what I think.
Yes, I remember. But that didn't stop us all ending up here, now did it?
You're right, Joe has made a few mistakes, and I think he knows that. I think that was why Joe asked me along to give him some support today. Is that right, Joe?
Yes. That's right.
Well, I'm here for you now, and I've got to say, you're looking pretty tense. Have I got that right?
I guess so.
I'd imagine it's pretty hard to think about anything beyond the next few hours when you're due to go in to see the magistrate.
You're not wrong there.
Let's see what we can do for the moment then. Feel like a walk around? Like to see what the tea and bickies are like today?
Suppose so. Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, Mrs. Reynolds. Why don't you take a break with my friend here, while Joe and I have a bit of a yarn? Would you like a cuppa?
That would be wonderful, dear. 2 sugars and milk, please.
Isn't it hard, always choosing the young person's side? What if you think they're wrong, and making a mistake?
It can be hard, especially when the young people are experimenting with things like their sexuality or drug use, and making decisions that you don't think are best for them. It was hard for me at first, working with people who my family have always kept away from. It can be really difficult for some workers when we're helping a girl who's found out she's pregnant. But that is what our job is all about. Think about it for a moment. What would have been different if we didn't focus on the young person as our primary client? When we stop focusing on the young people, they can't rely on us to always be there for them. They're to focus on their needs, not our own. It's not that we don't work alongside the other workers. Just that we make sure everyone knows that our main job is always to empower the young people, helping them to grow by taking more control over their decisions and resources. It happens in other areas, too. Businesses in town offered us extra funding if we could focus on keeping young people away from the shopping mall on shopping nights.
I remember reading about their problems in the local paper. They said it was bad for business.
Sure. The shopkeepers have needs too. But we focused on what the young people's needs were. After school space where they could mix and get homework support. We've even had to stick up for the young people's right to hang out at the shopping mall, when the behavior of the security guards was unfair.
I think I read something about this in the Youth Workers Code of Ethics.